Hey, good afternoon, YouTubers and Facebookers and stuff. So, if this video is helpful, please like, send me your nice comments, but most of all, subscribe, click the notification box. You'll see my neat stuff that I do and be able to learn some things. So in this video, we're going to go over pretty much what happened to this GMC Envoy that I was working on, but the great thing about this video is going to be that I'm going to show you, the simplest ways to diagnose your car when you're having a problem with it. I highly recommend you try these things before you run them over to the service shop, because I would say probably 6 out of 10 times you're going to find a loose connection or something like that. So in this particular car, man, I had what is a cajillion codes, and I wrote them down pretty much just for the purpose of this video because my scanner saves that information in there. Now, the reason that this is important is because when you have multiple codes like this, and even if you didn't have a scanner and you know your check engine light's on and you have a billion lights on inside your car and nothing seems to be working correctly, then more than likely you have a loose connection. The possibility of your engine controller going bad, your transmission controller going bad, and your ABS controller going bad all at the same time is super unlikely. It's like the sky falling, whatever. So I'm going to go over a couple things in the next portion of the video, so check them out. I'm going to tag all these codes in this video, and I may cross over this video onto Chevy's Silverados and Fords and stuff, because I think the information is highly useful and it'll give you an idea just how to go down an avenue. Most of us that are watching these videos, we might work on cars every once in a while, but remember, there's people that don't, so they don't know this information. So hopefully it's helpful. So this had me a little bit stumped. I did all my normal checks. I pulled up the scanner, pulled up all them codes. It was crazy. But I'm going to talk to you just for a second about automobiles and them being broke down. Generally, when you have a multiple system problem like this one had, you're probably looking for one thing. It's probably like a power that's not working. In this situation, it was everything except for the airbag. So it didn't turn off my airbag light, but it made my gas gauge work. It made my check engine light go off. It made everything go away. And that tells you that you have a main bus controller problem. The simplest way to do that, to check this stuff out, is first, scan it, see what you're looking for. Maybe that'll lead you to where you have to go. Second, check all your fuses, okay? Super simple stuff. I know you guys can do this at home, and do what's called a wiggle test. If the vehicle starts up like mine did, start wiggling wires. And that's exactly what I did. So basically, I knew I was talking about a communication problem. So I started just, like wiggling wires around while it was running, and I was watching stuff. My headlights weren't working, my gas gauge wasn't working, I had four-wheel drive lights on that weren't working. So I'm just like going through, and I'm just wiggling everything and making sure everything's good. And then I get up here to this harness right here. Now, this was not clipped, this was folded over right here. Solved the problem completely. I think on just about anything, no matter what you're working on, Chevy, Ford, Dodge, whatever it is, you got a multiple problem situation or it's just not running right, do the simple stuff first. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what I always tell myself, because sometimes I feel a little bit stupid when I find problems. But anyways, in this situation, I clipped it back together, everything started working. Every light went off, every problem I had went away, and it was just a simple loose connection. Somebody had probably been working on it at one time, didn't check it. When you're checking fuses, use a test light to check them to see if the fuses have power. If you do not have power to them fuses, what you want to do is you want to take a look at your fuse box and see what the fuse goes to. Should it have power? If it's your headlights and your headlights aren't supposed to be on, well, of course it's not supposed to have power. But if it says BCM or ABS or any of that stuff, that stuff's supposed to have power when it's running. If you can't get the vehicle to run, turn the key on. Start wiggling everything, try to start it. I highly recommend you do this though. Wiggle one thing at a time. So if you were going to take this off, take it off, put it back on, have your assistants try to start it, or you start it yourself. then you know exactly which wire it was. When you take the wires, the connectors apart, look at them, make sure they aren't damaged. More than likely, you're not going to have a loose connection, especially if you've owned the vehicle for a long time. I hadn't owned this vehicle for a long time, so I didn't know. But make sure it's not melted on both sides. You can save yourself hundreds of dollars sending it to a repair shop by just looking at the simple stuff first. Trust me, you're not going to mess anything up if you take it apart one way. If you don't know how to get the connector off, Google it. I mean, even us, we Google that stuff. So all I did was just push a little button right there. That made a little clipping noise. Did that. That's going to pull the connector out, and then you raise that up. You can pull the connector away, and then that's called a cam lock connector. So hopefully this video helps. Hopefully you don't mind my yammering. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe, click the notification box, send me your wonderful comments if you like my videos. Remember, if anybody else can do it, you can do it too. God bless. Have a great day.